EA Sport proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the International Challenge. Located in Troon, Scotland, founded in 1878, Royal Troon Golf Club playing host to the Open Championship 8 times and is slated to host its 9th major championship in 2016. I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports, and alongside me today, my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, you've played in the Open Championship on a couple of occasions here at Royal Troon. It's a golf course that features some breathtaking scenery, and it can also serve up some breathtaking golf.
True links golf course, Rich. Relatively soft start can certainly lull you into that false sense of security, and then the golf course really starts to open up. That homeward 9, often coming back into a prevailing breeze, is very much a stern test.
He's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Been some good golf early on. Let's get you caught up as we go out to the 7th hole. Been a steady performance so far early in this first round, but at some point, Frank, they need to take steady to spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rich, and really sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But, yeah, steady becomes boring if it stays on for too long.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here. On the green in regulation. Getting set now over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Now the 8th hole, and if the wind permits, you can take some extra club, sort of get it up in the air and land it softly on the green. I guess the last thing you want is to come in hot and roll it off this postage stamp green.
Well, you really don't want that ball going right either. Those 2 bunkers down the right side, they're the deepest ones, and they must be avoided.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. 1 bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that. But it's not that you're trying to carry it. It's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. 2nd shot. Good look at the green. A good shot, 14 feet away.
A little unlucky there.
So they'll tap in. Drops it, and he's at even par. 2nd round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the International Challenge. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Always a treat to be in Scotland, Frank, and at one of the oldest golf clubs in the world, Royal Troon.
Yeah, it's getting close to 150 years old. It was first established all the way back in 1878. Actually, the original golf course only had 5 holes on it. But over the Open Championship roster, this has probably been the most successful, or provided the most success to American players. The last 6 Open Championship winners were all American.
Has one of the most famous holes in all of major championship golf, the 123-yard par 3 8th. It's known as the postage stamp, and one of the legends had a really nice moment there many years ago.
The late Gene Sarazen, the Squire, had a little ace there, all televised too, and it was a great way to remember his phenomenal career.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway. That's an absolute beauty.
Ready for his third shot. He needs to hit this close. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Good putt. Great finishing hole here, Frank, at Royal Troon, the 18th.
Really, it's all about the tee shot. If you find one of those pot bunkers, then the best you can do is lay up, and then you're looking instantly at least a 5.
Final drive of the day, and makes it a good one in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And it makes the green in regulation. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a little tap in here. Has his par. So 2 rounds in the books. Frank, that was fun.
It certainly was. It bodes well for the weekend. Saw a lot of good players that seem to actually have a good fit for this golf course. So that bodes well for the next 36 holes.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the International Challenge. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Look out left.
And there's rough over there. Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly. So now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out. Really. This is an awkward length.
This can be a cruel game at times. Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. So another bogey on the scorecard. And Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Now his 3rd, staring right at the green.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Final par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 17th. And what kind of a hole is it, Frank?
Well, this takes your best long iron shot. Normally plays back into the prevailing breeze. You miss this green on the left, it will run all the way down the hill. The bunkers might look short, but if your tee shot isn't hit properly, it'll puff up into that breeze and certainly find a pot bunker.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, now the final hole, steeped in so much history. When you think about the legends of the game who have walked off this tee on their way to the claret jug, guys like Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke.
If you've got a one-shot lead standing on this tee, somehow you have to avoid those 4 bunkers. 3 down the left, 1 down the right, with a strip of fairway in between.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. He'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Well, at last, a birdie. And that'll do it from the shores of Scotland and historic Royal Troon Golf Club. For EA Sports, I'm Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo. We'll see you next time. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the International Challenge. Frank, through the years, there have been some great winners at the Open Championship played at Royal Troon.
Well, just in recent history, remember Mark Kalkoveckia in the playoff with Wayne Grady and Greg Norman. There was also Todd Hamilton when he beat Ernie Els in the 4-hole playoff. And back in 1996, Justin Leonard was to win his Open Championship.
Tom Watson also won an Open Championship here. Tom Weiskopf, his only major, that was 1973. The great Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke, they all won at Royal Troon. Good looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Frank starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Moves into the top 20 after the par. Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
It's certainly a stout par 4 at that distance. If you play a head breeze, then 260 yards is certainly going to be a big tee shot.
He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, I'm thinking back to 1989 in the Open Championship. That was sort of our first chance to see the new playoff format at the Open.
That's right, Rich. In 1985, they decided to have a 4-hole playoff. And that had been changed, too. In 1964, they went from a 36-hole playoff to an 18-hole playoff. And the reason why? My fellow countryman, Bob Charles, won in a 36-hole playoff in 1963. They realized 36 was too much. I think 4 holes right now is just perfect.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Solid play, heart of the green. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. That's good work. That's a good par right there. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
And getting ready for the putt.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchi and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left. Took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchi and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just 1 hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And, of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchi was crowned the Open champion.
The great white sharks so often so unlucky at major championships. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. These putts keep the round together. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think